Iota.
Iota is an infinitesimal amount of something. The word iota is synonymously with the etymological related jot, and by the oldest definition refers to the ninth letter of the Greek alphabet. There's not an iota of doubt regarding the defendant's guilt. In a quote by Kitty Greenwald of Vogue on November 22nd, 2022, states, 6 years and one pandemic later, the owner's standards have not slipped one iota. Feel free to jot this down so you don't forget. The words iota and jot share a lot more than just a common meaning. Both ultimately come from the same word. The Latin scholars transcribed the Greek name of the ninth letter in the Greek alphabet. They spelled it as either iota, IOTA, or jota, JOTA. The letters I and J were simply variants of each other. These spellings eventually passed into English as iota and jot. Since the Greek letter iota is the smallest letter in the alphabet, both words eventually came to be used as in reference to very small things. Now, if you're wondering what infinitesimal means,
Infinitesimal.
that word, it's immeasurably or incalculably small, taking on values absurdly close but greater than zero. As a noun, an infinitesimal quantity or variable. It's infinite, as you know, means endless or extended indefinitely. It ultimately comes from Latin infinitus, the opposite of finitus, meaning finite. The notation of the smallest infinitesimal amount or infinitesimal derives from the mathematical concept that a quality can be divided endlessly. No matter how small, it can be subdivided into yet smaller fractions or infinitesimals. The concept was still in its infancy in the early 1700s when Irish philosopher George Berkeley observed that some people assert there are infinitesimals of infinitesimals of infinitesimals, etc., without coming to an end. He used the word in a mathematical sense too, referring to infinitesimal parts of finite lines. Later, the adjective form acquired a general sense applicable to anything too small to be measured. Now, there are some synonyms like atomic, itty bitty, micro, miniature, miniature, teensy, teeny weeny, weeny, bitsy, itsy bitsy, microscopic, minuscule, teensy weensy, tiny, weensy, bitty, little bitty, microscope black girl, minute, tiny, wee. Now, this actually makes me think of how pi is infinite. A lot of people know 3.1415926, but after the 926, it keeps going on and on and on and on and on with no end.